But that's just material. I'm talking about, he's saying that getting money changes the way you think, changes your person.
Hey guys, welcome back to the OGM podcast. My name is Kriiispy, man, and it's nice to be here with my boys again, man. It's been a long minute, but we here. Introduce yourselves, man. Who I got with me, man?
Gra boom, Mayimbe to
Crazy.
la DIE.
Yeah.
Fuck them niggas.
That boy 954.
Watch your mouth, never.
Severe.
Yes, it's
In the flesh.
Yo, man, it's been a long minute since we've been in a room. No, not really been in a room. We've been studio sessions and we've locked in separately outside of what we do here. But like, it's been a minute since we've been in the podcast room, and brought it back. You feel me? We changed up. You feel me? The setting. You feel me? We're trying new things. You feel me? So, how y'all feeling? How y'all doing? How y'all been?
Been living life, nigga.
Yeah.
Doing what we gotta do to, keep going to what we gotta do.
That was. Okay.
Nah, fuck that. Why has it been a long time? What have you been up to?
Oh, I mean, well, in reality, we kind of like we're strategizing on how to start the new pod. We wanted to do it by season, so we were just strategizing on how to do it. How we wanted to come back from the last episodes that we had. We wanted to try new things. We wanted to get new and better equipment, and little by little, we were getting that. We now do have better stuff and newer stuff. But on top of that, I also have been busy. So
Wow. Doing what?
I've just been working, man. I'm as you guys know, I'm an artist, producer, songwriter, and I've been just networking and building my my spider web of connections. And
This nigga gonna come out with production credits on a Drake song without telling us. Watch.
one day, I'm calling it. Not on the next album, but
Yo, you imagine?
I don't know.
A feature?
Boom. Nah, but we've been working. I've met some great people. Well, we've met some great people. Just been able to use my talent for what I love. I've been able to do what I love doing, which is creating.
Does that make it easier to make music?
Absolutely. When you surround yourself and what you with your passion. Well, when you're working in a job that's like something you love, like as in your passion,
You don't feel like you're working.
you don't feel like you're working. And even when it is work, because sometimes I'm stressing because I have deadlines, and that makes it feel like work on some like, oh, I got to get this done literally like this week to turn it into whoever so that this can get up and out professionally. However, it's more of a challenge than a task. So it feels less like work and more just like, okay, I gotta really get this done by this time.
Do you believe that you could, this group for both of y'all, do you believe that you could be successful by doing something you're not passionate in?
You can.
Is it true success for you?
I would nah. I don't think it would be true success for you because you're always gonna be tired of it. Yeah, you could be good at it, but if you're not truly passionate about it, you're gonna quit it one day.
So, for example, your passion is making clothes, all the things you do. If, let's say, you had a job being an accountant and you became a millionaire being an accountant, you wouldn't consider that successful because it's not something you're passionate in?
I mean, I'll be successful, but I wouldn't be happy.
Money does not bring happiness to you?
Nah.
I don't think money. I mean,
Y'all
money
niggas
doesn't
crazy.
bring you happiness.
Niggas is crazy.
I don't think money don't bring you happiness.
Money doesn't bring you happiness?
Money doesn't bring me happiness.
It doesn't
at all.
It doesn't. Because once you make the money you make, you be like, all right, what's next? You got to be fulfilled.
Yeah,
but
it's like you're feeling.
Yeah.
But that comes with, if you're ambitious, nothing you ever do is going to be enough. So no money is ever going to be enough. No status is ever going to be enough. No power is going to be enough.
Let me tap into that. How I see it, and I posted this actually on the gram yesterday. Oh, Rick Rubin, you guys know who Rick Rubin is?
Yeah.
Rick Rubin was talking about music creation, whereas like he started seeing it as like, oh, like creating music is more of a gift to God. Like you're creating from scratch and you're putting your all, like your all, like all your energy into this one craft, and what you're doing it is as a offering to God. And in that, you're not worried about, oh, there's a budget. What's the budget for this, or who is like that? That's like his words that he was using. So then, how I can relate to it to just get is that like when for instance, I'm working with a few people right now where it's like they're signed to labels and it's like they have a big team behind them, and I know that like my mind already goes to the long term. I already know long term this is gonna get me this. I get this much of that, but I don't think about that when I'm creating because that just
You don't
takes
think about it
away.
in the moment.
Yeah, when I create, it's just like I need to. I love doing this, and I'm gonna capture the energy that I have in this room and in my head, and just get the sonics that I want to get out to make this the best that I can make it. And then at the end, later on I'll worry about like, oh, I got paid this, cool. But at the end of the day, it's like if I'm happy with what I created.
But that's my point. If you're working so hard, why do you work so hard if it's not money? If money's not your end goal?
It's more of a
Because money is money is the basically the catalyst in what we do. The reason you put so much marketing behind the music, the reason you put so much effort into creating your shirts is not to bring out the best shirt possible. It's to bring out the best shirt that the masses will like so that you can get money off of it. Because the end goal is for your product
yes
or
and no.
your
At
whatever's
least-
coming from your
look,
soul to be successful.
At least for me, I get satisfaction in whatever comes into my head. I could bring it to life. That's what I get satisfaction from. Not so much the money. Yes,
True.
you need money. To
So
keep
if
going.
you were to drop a shirt and sell nothing, but it was the best shirt to you, you're pleased with that? I don't think you're pleased with that.
I just said you need the money to back up your whatever you believe in.
No, but that's what I mean. Let's say
What I
you
mean,
have the
feel it,
money
yes,
because
I'll
it's a
be-
side hustle to you.
I'll be happy I released it, but am I gonna be unhappy because I didn't make money? Maybe yes, maybe no. But I do need money to keep on going, to keep on doing what I'm trying to do.
That's why I always think people say money doesn't buy happiness. Now, do I believe that if you're in a depressed state and you give that person $50,000, they're gonna be like, you know what? I'm the happiest person on the planet now? No. But the amount of stability, it's what you reach in life and what you want in life. For example, me, I crave stability in life, whether mental, financial, emotional, just stability in any way, shape, like possible. So in that form, if I'm making money, that stability is the piece that I want in life. And that doesn't come from connections. That doesn't come from the product I'm bringing out. That doesn't come from my passion, but it comes from the income that I'm getting. Meaning that money would bring me happiness in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. But what if you get the stability you're looking for? What if you get the money you're looking for and you're still unhappy? Because that happens to every single rich person.
Then that comes from not thinking. That comes from you thinking you're not good enough for what you're doing.
No, because me personally, I think it's because since we didn't grow up with money, right? We put this idea in our head and this goal that once I get that, like everything's gonna be good. But nah,
No, not at all. Bill
Once you
Gates.
have
Bill Gates has
everything-
stress. Jeff Bezos
Bro,
has stress.
once you have everything, once you can buy everything and you're still unhappy, why do you think most people become? That's the most dangerous thing in the world.
You know what I gotta say about that, and I'm gonna touch it in 2 points because I was like listening, like receiving everything you guys were saying, and like a bunch of points were coming. Like before I like start, like
Yeah.
I got like 7 things I want to say. One, uh, money has become like nothing in the sense of like, yes, we need it for the world and the country we live in. We have to pay taxes, we got to put gas, we got to pay bills, the light, the water, all of that. Yes, however, it's like money at the end of the day is just a piece of paper. You feel me?
Of course.
Like when it comes to like, and at least in my field, which is like the entertainment slash music, there's a lot of money to be made in the field that we're in, right? And I know that my talent, I know that I'm gonna make a lot of money, and it's already in the works. You know what I mean? However, I'm not worried about that because it's like that money is literally gonna come and go. Like a lot of y'all like see, or at least the way I talk bothers. It doesn't bother y'all, but it's like y'all be like commenting on it when I be saying something like, "Oh yeah, that's this much, it's whatever," and you be like, "It's whatever," and like for instance, I got this coworker. We talk about like synths. You know, I'm a geek when it comes to like analog and musical instruments and stuff like that. So we talk about synths. Synths ain't cheap. You feel me? We just bought a synthesizer right now that's like 2600, which might be like, oh snap, yeah, Stephanie expensive. You know what I'm saying? But however, it's like compared to other items, that's cheap. You feel me? There's a synth that I sent to a group chat that the Moog the Moog grandmother is $1,000. The one I have is 2600. 1,000 is nothing for a synthesizer to be that. To me, in a scale, that's how I see it. So the point I'm making with that is like, for me, a long time ago, because of like the like, I can pay for my bills. You feel me? I got what I need to do this and this and that.
Stability.
You feel me? I don't like, money is not gonna make, change, or break me, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
So then what's more dangerous, being overly ambitious or being rich?
I think rich is being
More
not even
dangerous?
Nah, I'm not even gonna
By
say
dangerous, I mean, what would lead you to fall off a cliff more? Because back to his point, he said, what if you get all this money and you're still not satisfied within your heart, within yourself?
that gets me to
That's being overly ambitious. Ambition could kill you too. Too much of anything is bad.
that gets me to my second point, which is what I wanted to tap into, was just balance and happiness, right? um, there's a balance to everything you do. You feel me? For me, my guys know me the most. Whereas like, and you guys have seen it. Whereas I have like really great moments, and then, well, you guys don't see it that well, like that much, because I don't showcase it. But people like Jacob Q and X have seen it a lot, especially recently, where I have really high highs, and I'm like excited and amazed, like with the moment that I'm living, and then I have like really depressed, like really really sad down days. That to me is normal, because it's the balance of life. I'm not supposed to live.
You're
a
never
life
supposed to be happy all the time.
Happy all the time. There's moments that I'm gonna be down, but those down moments are temporary, and it's probably like my mind on some like damn, or just maybe realize it. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's, for me, that's balance. You feel me? Whereas like, I'm like, I saw a video that once explained it as you know, when people are like tied up to like the hospital, the little heart monitor thing. That's what it is. Those highs are like your happy moments, and those downs are the low moments. But that's just showing you that you're alive, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But with the balance and happiness, the point that I was trying to make with happiness is like, money doesn't make me happy. What makes me happy, or even having things, is like dopamine. Like when I get to buy a synth or buy like whatever, and it's like, because I have this bread
Or
to
see
be
the
able to
direct
buy it.
deposit hit your account in any
Yeah,
way, shape, or
it's
form.
like, it's dopamine for me. Like, oh snap! But what makes me happy is like cooking. You feel me? Like cooking food, making beats with like in a collaborative space, seeing my niece and my nephews in the morning, spending time with my dad, chilling, eating ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Like watching a movie. Yeah, and y'all got to go to Frosty's lab. Ice cream there, crazy.
Did they pay you for that?
No, they don't.
That's
Yo,
crazy.
run the check.
That's
Listen,
crazy.
Listen, but like
Free
those
ads.
things bring happiness to me, because that's what brings actual joy. Like I'm happy in those spaces with people I love. You feel me? Doing what I love, doing what brings like mental peace to me. Like those things to me make me happy. Having more money is not gonna make the money placements. A Drake placement will bring
But it's-
dopamine, but it's not gonna bring me happy.
But it's not necessarily the amount of money that'll make you happy. You said you like seeing your niece, you like cooking, you like doing these things. Imagine being able to do those things while just cutting a little bit of the stress that money problems brings. Because I'm coming from a space where you find happiness in anything. Everything is temporary in this world. True happiness doesn't exist, while extreme sadness exists. All that exists, but everything is temporary. Your feelings are bound to change. You're bound to feel different things. My whole thing is, wouldn't it make life just a little easier for you if the money allowed you to take away those stresses from your life? That's why a lot of rappers have the bar where you rather cry tears in a Civic or you rather cry tears in a Wraith. Why? Because your establishment in life, why you laughing, nigga? Why you laughing? But it's just like that. It's, for example, me, anybody could be prone to sadness. Anybody could be prone to have bad days. There's days where I feel like not doing anything, not talking to anybody, not getting out of bed. Not because I'm depressed or a mental health label, but because I'm just not feeling that in that day. Now, if I was a millionaire, it's smooth. It's what you're supposed to feel. Now, if I was a millionaire and I didn't have all the stresses in my life that I have now, those days would be shorter and easier. Why? Because I have the accessibility to chill.
Bro, no matter what you do, bro, no matter how much money you got, you always gonna have problems.
You always are.
I was just gonna say that,
You
where it's
gonna have
like,
problems.
it don't matter your tax bracket.
Yeah,
You still.
gonna
I've-
have- even if you got more problems when you got more money.
That's true. I mean,
More money, more problems.
No, but I was gonna say, like, how I said earlier, I've been able to like be in rooms with certain people and just be able to talk to people and start like stuff like that. Being in rooms with certain people has shown me who they are, not by their status, but by who they are, by their character. That speaks that is like a lot to me. I like to see somebody like say for instance an A-list celebrity. I like to see how you are in person, not who you showcase on social media. And when I get to see that and I see who you are, how you talk to people, how you move, that shows me how you really are and if you're really happy doing this. Like for instance,
But you're never gonna know who somebody really is.
that's true, but this is the point that I'm getting at. Like for instance, like um I was gonna say sorry, Farruko, right? This man, like, met him already a few times. Great dude. I saw him in person, and when like the first time I saw him was like, um, you're so and so, and immediately I saw the face of like, yeah, that's me, right? And then I was like, okay, cool, 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 yeah, no, that's cool. And then I went on to like the conversation we were already having. From there, we just continue to just when you're able to like just connect with somebody off of some like similar interests and just
Not because
have
of who
a
they are.
yeah, not because of who they are. You're just talking about stuff that you love and they love, and then you're just having that conversation. Is when you start to kind of like, yo, bro, he's chilling, he's
But
vibing,
that
he's
comes.
nobody, right? Or not nobody, but like he's just he's a regular person, just like you and I. Um, and I've always thought like before, like yo, celebrities are regular humans. They just
Everybody
have, you feel
bleeds.
me?
Everybody bleeds.
With him, what I loved about meeting him was that like he was still the chilling, cool dude, and yeah, he had bread. Like he dropped the bag at where we was at. Like he dropped a big bag, but it was like okay, he that's just what he has, but it's an investment to what he's doing, his job, his career. He's gotten paid from that. But at the end of the day, they still like in their
But that's
their little
more based on his
suburban.
humility and the way he is.
That's true.
For example, somebody could be broke and arrogant. Money doesn't define who you are. That's why my point about the money thing, which we're gonna move on from the money thing, is more the stability money brings is better than the stress that the lack of money brings, if that makes sense. So money in itself, the paper money, the direct deposit doesn't bring happiness. It might give you a shot of dopamine, but I'm just saying the status or the stability that it brings you in life is what the happiness that comes from money. So being who you are, money's not gonna. For example, do I think money's gonna change me? It may change the things I do, but do I think I'm not gonna be the same dude that I'm talking right here if I had $1 million in my pocket?
It'll change the way you think, though.
Of course, it's gonna change the way you think. It changes the way people think about you. For example,
The way
before
you
he
think
met,
changes who you are.
Say that again.
The way you think could change who you are.
That's facts. That's 100%.
but you have to adapt to where you're going. You have to, for example,
That's changing the way you think.
Mentality is everything.
Yeah.
but when you say the way you are,
Yes.
you with $1 million, are you not gonna be humble anymore? Are you going to look at people like peasants? Are you not gonna be the same one that's riding around in the Camry, playing ball, doing whatever he wants to do? What would it change for you thinking differently? What happened? But that's just material. I'm talking about he's saying that getting money changes the way you think, changes your person. So that's what I mean.
I'm not talking about character.
That's what I'm saying. It just changes the way I move. It may
Changing
give
the way you move is changing the way who you are.
No, I mean, see it this way.
I don't think so.
No,
'Cause
no.
I don't think so.
I'm thinking about character. You think about character. I'm thinking about like things that you do, like the way you think. You feel me? The way I act. It changes the way you act.
But we're not who we are. We're 2 years ago. No matter what money is, we're gonna always evolve and change with how we do and how we adapt to our settings. The way I was at 17 is not the same way I'm thinking at 22, 23, because my environment has changed. The times has changed. Things that were right before may not be right anymore. The things that were okay to do when I was 17, the way I was thinking is not the same as I'm thinking at 23. That's independent of money. If you give me $1 million by next year, it's not going to change who I am. It's just going to change how I adapt to the environment I am now in. So that's why what you were saying, how the way you change, the way you think changes the way you are. Like he was saying, I think it just changes the way you move, the way you look at certain situations. You see how people react to you having money. You see who calls you when you were broke, they wouldn't call you.
I think it's like how you showcase that for real. Because we have a little bit of time left.
That went quick as
Nah,
shit.
but what I was saying is like it really depends on, and I agree with what you said. It's all a mentality because it depends on your mental state on what you have. For instance, I can have $1 million in my bank account, and I'll tell you guys, you feel me? And I'm not moving like I have $1 million in my bank account. I'm not out here just buying a bunch of stuff.
You got $1 million in
I'm
the bank
not.
account?
I'm not.